Christ is risen. Truly he is risen. I'm Father Kevin Long of St. Elias Antioch Orthodox Church in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Today's Monday, May 6th, 2024, and here are the readings for today.
Today's reading from the epistle is the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 12, verses 1 through 11. About that time, Herod the king laid violent hands upon some who belonged to the church. He killed James, the brother of John, by the sword. And when he saw that it pleased the Jews, he proceeded to arrest Peter also. This was during the days of unleavened bread. And when he had seized him, he put him in prison, and delivered him to 4 squads of soldiers to guard him, intending after the Passover to bring him out to the people. So Peter was kept in prison, but earnest prayer for him was made to God by the church. The very night when Herod was about to bring him out, Peter was sleeping between 2 soldiers bound with 2 chains, and sentries before the door were guarding the prison. And behold, an angel of the Lord appeared, and a light shone in the cell. And he struck Peter on the side and woke him, saying, "Get up quickly." And the chains fell off his hands. The angel said to him, "Dress yourself and put on your sandals." And he did so. And he said to him, "Wrap your mantle around you and follow me." And he went out and followed him. He did not know that what was done by the angel was real, but thought he was seeing a vision. When they had passed the first and second guard, they came to the iron gate leading to the city. It opened to them of its own accord, and they went out and passed on through one street. And immediately the angel left him, and Peter came to himself and said, "Now I am sure that the Lord sent his angel and rescued me from the hand of Herod, and from all that the Jewish people were expecting." A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. John, chapter 1, verses 18 through 28. Let us be attentive. No one has ever seen God, the only begotten Son, who is in the bosom of the Father. He has made him known. And this is the testimony of John. When the Jews sent priests and Levites from Jerusalem to ask him, "Who are you?" he confessed. He did not deny, but confessed, "I am not the Christ." And they asked him, "What then? Are you Elias?" He said, "I am not." "Are you the prophet?" He answered, "No." They said to him then, "Who are you? Let us have an answer for those who sent us. What do you say about yourself?" He said, "I am the voice of one crying in the wilderness, 'Make straight the way of the Lord,' as the prophet Isaiah said." Now they had been sent from the Pharisees. They asked him, "Then why are you baptizing if you are neither the Christ nor Elias nor the prophet?" John answered them, "I baptize with water, but among you stands one whom you do not know, even he who comes after me, the thong of whose sandal I am not worthy to untie." This took place in Bethany beyond the Jordan, where John was baptizing. Glory to thee, our God, glory to thee.
Well, again, Christ is risen. Here we are on bright Monday. The celebration of our Lord's Pascha continues all throughout this week. This is a week where all that is done is the celebration of Pascha. No weddings are allowed to be performed. Nothing is quite in its right place because the reverberations of our Lord's rising from the dead echo through this entire week from Sunday to Saturday. But today we do have some other things to point out. We are back into the cycle of reading an epistle and a gospel. Today's gospel is a reading of St. John. Now, St. John, in some eyes, is seen as a gospel of nativity. That's actually not accurate. The Gospel of John is a paschal gospel par excellence. It begins with the ending. It says who Jesus is. There's no tension, no build-up. It just is. And so today we have examples of what's going on. At the time, John is baptizing, and he is telling them that he's not the Messiah, he's not Elijah, he's not even a prophet, he says, although we would call him the greatest of all the prophets. And then they say, "Well, who then are you?" And he says, "I am the voice of one crying in the wilderness, make straight the way of the Lord." Just as the prophet Isaiah has said. And so he is telling them that they need to get ready because the Messiah is coming. He says, John, I baptize with water, but among you, Jesus, stands one whom you do not know, even he who comes after me, the thong of whose sandal I am not worthy to untie. So John recognizes who he is and recognizes his own inadequacies, although we would say he's more adequate than any living man at that time or at any other time. And so here we have it, this putting into place, this coming to terms with who indeed is coming. Interestingly enough, so John is seeing things as Jesus truly is, fully God, fully human, and as such, everything in his gospel points to the reality of those two things. And so while we celebrate Pascha and come to terms with exactly what it is that's happened, we remember that yes, even God died on the cross, although not quite literally that way, but he was there as the second person of the Holy Trinity, there on the cross. So he has come to save us, and he does so through his death and life-giving resurrection. Christ is risen. Indeed, he is risen. Have a great day.